Pep Guardiola finally beats Chelsea, but Liverpool's woes go on.The biggest talking points from the last round of games. Another Premier League weekend is in the books as we now prepare for the monotony of the international break. With England preparing for their clash with Slovenia at Wembley on Thursday, most fans will just be hoping the next 12 days absolutely fly by. But how will each team go into the fortnight feeling? Manchester City, Tottenham, Manchester United and Arsenal will both be on a high after their impressive results this weekend. But it's not such good news for Liverpool, Chelsea, and Crystal Palace. Of course. Check out the 7 things we learned from the latest round of Premier League fixtures. If there's one thing we can definitely take away from this weekend, it's this: Harry Kane definitely deserves to be in the best striker in the world conversation. The England ace netted another 2 goals, taking his season tally to 6, the second best in the league behind Romelu Lukaku as Spurs stormed to a 4-0 win away to Huddersfield. If one goal was just clinical, the other was utterly breathtaking as he curled a stunning strike beyond a helpless Jonas Lossl to make it 3-0 in just the 23rd minute. On Kane, even Terriers defender Mathias Jorgensen claimed, "He's a goal scorer, and you give him half a chance, and he will whip it into the top corner with his wrong foot." In netting another deadly double, Kane also shattered his record tally for goals in a single month with 6 following a typically goalless August. In the Premier League's marquee fixture, Saturday tea time's Chelsea vs Manchester City didn't disappoint. Playing without the injured Sergio Aguero, who broke his ribs in a car crash in Amsterdam earlier this week, Pep Guardiola headed to Stamford Bridge without a star forward. And having never beaten Chelsea in his managerial career, however, a stunning, rising, left-footed wonder goal from Kevin De Bruyne gifted a dominant Man City the win they deserved in West London. Pep's men proved they are not just an offensive juggernaut, blasted 4 of 5 past every team they meet. The Etihad Giants put in a disciplined and gritty display to come away with all 3 points in difficult circumstances. The solid defensive performance with No1 Ederson looking to have finally sorted the club's keeper crisis was just the cherry on top. A champions-esque performance from Guardiola's men.and he's broken his Blues curse in the process. Liverpool have got a real problem. And no one can quite put their finger on it. The post-match story is always the same: Jurgen Klopp's Reds dominate possession and unleash a hatful of shots, but still fail to win. Not only that, the goals have dried up somewhat, with the Kop boss looking increasingly frustrated. Liverpool's defense has been widely panned for the past few seasons now, while the striker's inability to find the net with any consistency is also a worry. But with star players littered across the pitch, is it time to consider the problem could lie at the feet of the manager? Of course, a boss can only do so much from the touchline, but when it's the same story week in, week out, it does make you wonder. It certainly took longer than he would have liked, but Arsene Wenger is slowly but surely seeing his Arsenal side pick up a little momentum. The Gunners started off poorly, scraping past Leicester in the dying moments in their first game, before a 1-0 loss to Stoke and a 4-0 drubbing at Liverpool in August. However, 5 wins and 1 draw with no defeats in all competitions in August has seen Wenger's side storm up to 5th in the Premier League. The manner of the 2-0 win over Brighton at the weekend was positive too, as they comprehensively outplayed the newly promoted side. While not at their swaggering best, they still bullied the Seagulls at the Emirates and came away with a vital, confidence-building 3 points. Who saw this one coming? Marouane Fellaini looks like a man possessed. After looking as if he would be leaving Old Trafford this summer, Fellaini has become one of Jose Mourinho's star contributors. The Belgian netted twice in Saturday's 4-0 hammering of hapless Crystal Palace in a dominant display. The double takes Fellaini's goal tally to 4 in 8 games in all competitions for United, following goals against Leicester and Basel. With Paul Pogba still injured, Fellaini has recaptured his dominant, bullying form from his Everton days. His 2 against Palace only further prove he is becoming more and more vital to any plans Mourinho has to regain the Premier League crown this season. Swansea suffered yet another agonizing defeat on Saturday at the hands of West Ham. Paul Clement's Swans conceded in the dying moments at the London Stadium after Diafra snatched all 3 points for the Hammers. Slaven Bilic described a feeling of relief at full-time as his side rose to 15th in the table. But the Welsh club slipped into the bottom 3. To do so after conceding late is not only heartbreaking, but very familiar for Swansea. In fact, of all 10 goals scored in the 90th minute this year, 4 of them have been conceded by the Swans. 19 months, 31 hours, 2 different clubs. However you measure if Saido Berahino's goalless run is, for lack of a better word, disturbing. The 24-year-old missed a penalty against Southampton at the weekend as Stoke ran out 2-1 winners at the BET 365 Stadium, thanks to a late Peter Crouch goal. But the concern surrounding Berahino remains, with the former England under-21 international now missing 4 penalties since his last goal. The forward hasn't been the same player since his desperate bid to force a move away from West Brom. In fact, his last goal came in the 2015-16 season, when he netted just 4 times in 31 Premier League games. For Stoke, he has now played 17 times from the start of the 2016-17 season and failed to find the back of the net once. Berahino looks bereft of confidence and devoid of the ability that once saw him called up to the England squad. And now, the Stoke striker is done, finished. Unless he can get his head right. No1 read the 7 things we learned from the most recent round of Champions League fixtures, including good news for English clubs.